financial stress.
Correct. I I get it. You don't want to be a financial burden. You're being smart about, trying to go to schooling, to where it would be the least costly. For me, I
Hmm.
went to school, University of Pittsburgh as an engineer. And when I went there, like I went on the hopes of playing basketball, really
Hmm.
good at basketball. I turned in all my basketball scholarships and I took my engineering scholarship due to the fact that I figured, education is very important. And should I get hurt playing basketball, I needed a fallback plan. And I wasn't about to just pick anything to be broke. I wasn't about to like just do art or something. I was like, I need to do. Why you laughed?
Cause you're right. Art, there's not a lot of opportunities in art. You
But
gotta go where
cor-
math is involved.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. And it's the beautiful part about it is art is a skill set that is gaining value as it should. In It's just corporate world doesn't respect art
Yeah.
as of yet. But entrepreneurs do. And for me, I am definitely a businessman at heart. I love helping people, love putting them in better situations and letting them grow and work according to their gifts and their skill sets. So you had mentioned math. Is math something that you're interested in?
Well, I'm kind of terrible, but
Mm-hmm.
from ever since I got to high school, I've gotten better. I've taken like multiple math classes all at once, and I was referred to computer science because I'm now good at it, which is very surprising. But I don't want to take the chance with it. I don't want to, test my luck and then end up failing and all of that.
I got you. I got you. I understand. I'm gonna tell you like this. Like I did engineering when I was in college, and I failed. Like I graduated at the top of my class in high school, and I graduated at the bottom of my class in
It's
college for
crazy.
engineering. Yeah, I did really bad. But I graduated, and I am an engineer. But and when I work now, like I have my own businesses and stuff. This is
Uh-huh.
one of them, Mine Creates. But I have my own businesses now, and that's how Kayla and I actually connected. And we're starting up we have two businesses existing. And one of them is we have a whole group of entrepreneurs that are heading
Yeah, I
in
know
different
about that
lanes.
one. The
Yeah.
rebrand thingy.
Well, it's actually called, so the rebrand strategist is her. That's her.
Okay.
But we have this new one that we created called Business Besties and Elevated Entrepreneurs. And that's something that we are starting up and creating now. And then we also are going to be doing a short-term rental business. So like Airbnbs,
I
be
saw
doing
that
that.
one.
Yeah. So, got opportunities, right? So there was one
Yeah.
thing that I wanted to show you, which was the aspect of trading. So the reason why I put it to you is because I see you have an iPhone and you're still in high school, but you got a little bit of time on your hands, right? Just a little bit.
A lot.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, that's
A
good.
lot.
All right, well, we're gonna put that time to use. Okay, so I'm going
Uh-huh.
to start sharing my screen and I'm gonna explain some things to you. We're just gonna play a little game. Hold on one
I
second.
did the stock market game the other day. I wasn't too bad.
That's good.
I was like 18 out of 108.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna give you, let me see something. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to find out about something that's better than the stock market. So, uh, can I log in this way? I don't even know if I can log in this way. Let's see something. Might not work. don't even remember my Apple stuff.
The teachers at my school, they don't even explain it to the extent. Because what they told me, I already know. They don't go beyond the basics.
Let me see. Well, because a lot of them don't know beyond the basic. So,
But they're the ones talking about they do this and that and they earn a lot of money on it. So why they not even if it's not in the curriculum, just at least, put it out there. You never know.
right. I agree. No, that's not the password. I don't know my password. All right, so we're gonna play a game. Hold on, let me see. Forget this. You can still see my screen, correct?
Yeah.
All right. I gotta figure out my password on my computer. All right. So I'm gonna pull up charts, okay?
Mhm.
And you played the stock market game. So what did you learn so far from the stock market game?
Um, you could gain as much as you lose.
Oh yeah, 100%. And you can lose as much as you gain.
Yep.
That's good. That's good. Anything else?
Well, they just gave it to us and I had to play around with it. But I learned that I had to buy shares
Okay. That's
and
good.
like they told us we could sell, but I didn't understand how to sell. So I just kept it for a long time. So I ended up losing a couple thousand.
Oh man, how much did you start with?
I think it was 10,000.
Okay. And then what'd you end
Yeah.
up with?
It was a, I don't know. Um, I don't remember.
Okay. It's all good.
Because mostly because they after we finished, they just kicked me out of it. So I wasn't able to summarize anything.
Hmm. Why'd they kick you out of it?
Because we were playing for a month and December 3rd is when we finished. So when I went back, there wasn't anything there. We were just playing.
I got you. All right. Well, I'm gonna teach you about we can learn about the stock market, but the principles are the same, right? So I'm gonna pull up a chart. I'm gonna clear the chart out. So all I did was I went to this website called tradingview.com. Okay?
Mhm.
Tradingview.com. And then once I'm on tradingview.com, I'm gonna go like this. I'm left clicking and combining this. Now the reason why I'm doing this is I'm gonna go back, I'm closing my eyes, and I'm scrolling all the way back, all the way back, all the way back. And I can't tell what's gonna happen for the future. All right. Now we're gonna in the foreign exchange market. You know how you say you're supposed to learn to sell, right?
Yeah.
And you buy, and you hold, and you sell at a time, and they didn't teach you how to sell. It's simply a click of a button. This you on our phones when you're trading in forex, it will give you a price to purchase at, and then you
Like the sell stop thing and the limits and all of that.
yeah, well, you could do that, but you could do market execution. And I know you learned about that, right? That's when as soon
No,
as you place a trade, it goes into effect right there.
no, I haven't known
Okay.
about that.
So market execution is exactly what it sounds like. It's executing at that moment. So if I was to say, hey, I want to do a trade, it happens instantaneously, like right at that moment. All I do is press a button and the trade is purchased. Or the stock is purchased. But in the Forex market, a trade would be opened for the Euro USD. And that's the Euro against the US dollar. Says it right here at the bottom. Okay. Now,
Hmm.
All I'm doing right now is I'm gonna just teach you and show you the chart. Okay, the chart matters. So I went all the way back to 2015, February of 2015. All right, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. All I know is it's gonna make some moves. Now, if we were to look at this chart right now, and I say, what do you think, Deshauna, do you think is going up or down? Like, what do you say it's doing?
Where you clicked or the chart overall?
I guess the chart overall, like
It's
from all of this, like all of this, what did you say is going up or down?
is fluctuating both up and down.
But if you look, I'm gonna get a rectangle. We look at all this. Oh, why is it doing that? All right, cool. If we look at this area right here, would you
Mm-hmm.
say it's up or down? Like the
Down,
general trend, the general trend.
down.
Okay, general trend is down. I would agree with you. So all I would have to do is draw a line to show you trend is down. Simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I can clearly see that the trend is going down, do you think that I would trade it going up?
Now you trade it going down because you
Right.
probably earn more.
Yeah. Why would I go against the trend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make sense. So that's one thing. You want to know where your trend is going. Okay. Right now, I'm on a 4-hour chart. Okay. And I like to look at the 4-hour, but I could go to different time frames. But we're going to stay on the 4-hour chart for right now. We don't need to switch to any other time frames. We're just going to stay with the 4-hour chart. And so, with that being said, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but all I can say is I can guess, right? I can make an estimated guess. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to add an indicator, and it's RSI. So this is called the relative strength index. I added this, and I'm right clicking, and I can edit how this looks. Wait, hold on. Cancel. So on tradingview.com, I go to this little area. It's like a cogwheel, and it says the settings. I'm going onto it, and I'm gonna put my inputs. I want the I want it to be 14. Okay, so it's at 14, and I'll explain that in a second. And I want that. I don't need an SMA. I don't need that. RSI. I don't need that. All right. So I think 70 and 30. All right, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. Okay, cool, cool. So again, we determined that the general trend is down, right?
Yeah.
All right. And I added a relative strength index. So with the relative strength index, what I noticed is whenever you see this purple line right here?
Yeah.
Whenever this goes down below 30, people start coming in and buying the market to push it up. So if I look here, right, it's below 30, and I look here as well, if I was to open a trade and go in the up direction, you see the market went up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna draw that out. If I was to purchase right here, market went up. I would have made money. Now, the same thing is if I look over here and I look for points where it goes to 70, when it goes to 70, it's not going to want to stay at 70. It's going to want to drop off. And that's exactly what it did. So guess what? When it alerts me, or I look at the chart and I see the relative strength index is at 70 or above, or kind of near it, I'm gonna look to sell. And if I would have did that, going exactly at that point, I would have made money that whole entire time, all the way to right here. Isn't that crazy? And you're
It
like,
is.
you're like, oh man, that sounds cool, right? Who cares? I'm gonna show you in a second what I was able to do with how much I was able to make on a demo account today, just like how you was talking. And I didn't trade a lot at all. Like I traded maybe a total of 2 hours, but because I'm teaching you, you're gonna be able to see things too. All right. So I taught you two things. One is know your trend, and then grab your. This is called marking up a chart right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we marked up to know our trend is in the down direction, right? Okay, we're both aware, right?
Yeah.
We also learned about the relative strength index, and it's just measuring the strength of the market and the buyers or sellers in the market. If it gets up into the 70 range, draw a rectangle. If anytime your chart gets into this range right here, look for the market to drop down some. And if it's gonna drop down, it's probably gonna drop down to right here. Well, the 50 mark. And so we're gonna play a little game. We're just gonna focus on this bottom part right now, okay?
Okay.
And then also at this bottom part, whenever it gets 30 or below, it's gonna look to go up. All right, so we don't even have to look up here right now. We're just gonna focus down here. So follow me along. Are we in the 30 range right now?
No.
Yeah, we are. Okay, I'm gonna show you. This is the 30 line, and this is the 70 line, so you can see it. So if you look right here, it's like 70 and 30. Did you see that?
Yeah.
All right, so it's 30 right
Maybe
here.
I have to hold up. Let me
All right,
switch to my laptop.
okay. Just let me know when you're ready.
Um,
And so I'm explaining everything to you on the computer right now, but mostly I trade from my phone, because I have my phone accessible, right? Like you could be at school, and as long as you got cell service or Wi-Fi, you can trade. You can practice the skill set.
is there like a specific app?
Yeah, so it's called MetaTrader 4, and I'll
Oh,
actually,
I have that.
yeah, if you have it, then that's good.
I
I'm
was
gonna,
trying to do a demo. I was doing good at first, but then I lost all of my money.
it's okay, I get it. All right, so that's good that you have MetaTrader 4. Nice. All right. All right, let me add you in.
Recording in progress.
I can see now.
All right, perfect. I'll start explaining again whenever you're ready. So just let me
Oh, I
know.
am. I thought
Okay,
you.
cool. Cool. All right, so what I was just doing is I was just marking off the chart to see what's going on, right? So it's a little bit clearer. And so if you ever notice that purple line, it actually went down, right? And then once it gets to this area right here, like this box, this rectangle that you see,
Mhm.
30 and below, it's gonna look to actually go back to 50. It wants to go back to 50. That's the goal. Once it gets to like 30 or below, it wants to go back to 50. Remember that, okay? And once it goes 70 or higher, it wants to get back to 50. Can you
Okay.
repeat that back to me?
Okay. So when it's at 70, it wants to go to 30. When it's at 30, it wants to go back to 70.
All right. So I'm gonna repeat what I said. And you were very close. You were very close.
The 50 instead of 70?
Correct. When you're at 70, it wants to go back to 50. When you're at 30, it wants to go back to 50. All right. You drive?
No.
Okay. All right. But you rode in a car before, correct?
Yes.
All right. So with you, if a person is driving straight and then they take a turn, once they take that turn, they're done taking the turn. In order for them to go straight, what do they have to do? They got to go back to the center, right?
Yeah.
So that's what is happening. I'm driving the car, I took a turn, and I got to come back to the center. All right, now I'm driving again, and I'm going to take another turn. I go back here, but I got to come back to the center. And the center is 50. I'm going to try to go back to 50, but I might not make it. I might not go to the center. I might have to do another turn. Come down here. Remember, the goal is to go back to the center. You see, it's trying to keep going back to the center. This is the center right here, this line right here. I'm going to make it black for you so you can see. You see the black line?
Yes.
All right. It's at third. It's 30 or below. It's trying to go back to the center. It failed. So then it went back to 30 or below. It's going to try and make a even stronger push back to the center. It almost made it. Failed. It tried again. Back to the center. Didn't make it all the way. Fell again. Now we're way out of bounds, right?
Yeah.
Way out of bounds. We're like at 20, 14 right now. Like we're way out of bounds. Now remember, it 30, if it goes to 30 or below, it's always going to try and go where?
To the center.
Back to the center. So if we look, it really did try to go back to the center. It tried, went, mm-mm. Then it said, boom. Hey, I made it back to the center. It's good, right?
Yeah, but then it fell again.
Then it fell again. Back to the center again, fell again. And it's, if you ever notice, it keeps coming back to this region. So for me, what I would have did, every time it came down here, what do you think I would have did?
Sell it?
I know it's gonna go back to the center. And if I want to, if I know it's gonna go up represents me buying the market. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if it was up here and it's gonna go down represents it's me selling the market. So when I'm up on this side of the center, I want to sell the market. And when I'm up on this side of the market, I want to look to buy the market. So it got down here, looking to buy the market. It came down again, and I closed out my trade. I'm looking to make a couple dollars. That's it. I'm not looking to make 500,000 in one day, in one trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
that just
Good
no.
people that think like that.
Oh, and that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that think like that. 90% of traders actually lose. There's probably about 7% that actually break even and 3% that actually make money. I want to teach you how to make money. You cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we're at that 30 range, right? And it went down again. Okay, well, when this came right here and it tried to go up, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to place a trade, and I know that is going to at least try to go to, I feel like it's going to go to this area right here, and I'm going to look for it to go right here. It went past it. Great. Remember what I said, when it's down here, I'm going to look to buy. So I would have purchased right here, got in the trade, wrote it up to as high as I can go. And then I would set, it's called a stop loss, so that just in case the market ever tries to come back this way, it would close my trade out and it would secure whatever money I made. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So I made it right here. It made it back down again. So I'm going to look to buy again. I buy again. I make a little bit of money. It falls all the way down here. Oh, when I buy, I close the trade out. So I'm just giving you a heads up. Now we're back down here. I'm going to see if I can make some money, right? So I would buy right here. Let me do another trend line, but I'm going to do a different color. Because I would put a stop loss right here. And as I open that trade, I would trail it, change it to red so you can see. So when it's like, all right, cool. I open the trade at this point right here, and I'm saying it's gonna go up, right? So as it goes up, I'm gonna make sure it follows up,
Oh, okay.
and it's following up, following up, following up, right? It's following that line going up, and it just keeps going, and then my stop loss will get hit. It turned back around. I'm done with the trade. I'm out. I gotta look for another way to get in. So that was one trade. Then I'm gonna look for another one. And I get back in right here. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I'm looking for it to go up, 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 up. It rides it up. And then once it turns around, guess what? It kicks me out. Hey, I'm doing well. I wait for another time. Set a trade. Ride it up. Sorry, these lines are little. Ride it up. Ride it up. It closed out right there. Done. That's 3 trades I would have won. Why? Because all I'm doing is like I told you, waiting for it to go down so it can come back up. And you see that it keeps doing that, right?
Yeah.
Is this hard at all?
No.
Okay. So it's down here. What's gonna happen? I need your help.
You're gonna go up.
Does it go up? I
No,
could
you're
go.
gonna set your thing first at
Well,
the
yeah,
bottom.
yeah, 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 yeah. You're 100% right, right. So would I open up a trade right here?
Would
What
you
do you
open
think?
up?
I would
Yeah.
open up a trade. If I open up a trade, am I looking to go up or down from here?
You're looking to go up.
Okay, cool. And you are right. So I'm gonna draw that out. Sorry. It's because I'm in a weird spot. I don't need the horizontal line. Hold on 1 second. There we go. All right, so you opened up a trade and you said we're looking to go up, and I'm in agreement with you. So we're going up, 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 up.
You stop
That's
right.
where it went right there. And I'm gonna draw out the black line so we can see. Oh no, I need that red. I gotta draw another one. But we went to right there. It went up like you said. Were you wrong or right?
All right.
You was right. That's good. It went down. It's in that 30 range, but it's like at 32. We could trade it and say it's gonna go up. Take a chance. That's cool. And guess what? If you did that, you would have actually got it right again because it went there, back to 50. So now it fell all the way back down here. That's kind of crazy, right? So it fell all the way back down here. What do we do?
You start where it's gonna go up again.
Correct. Catching on very fast, which is great. And like you said before, once I open the trade up, I actually want to make sure that hold on, I'm trailing it. So I trail it all the way up, all the way up. Oh, I'm stuck out. Now, these moves to you may look very little, but you
Yeah.
can make a lot of money during these moves if you predict them correct. So, what happens when the move I told you, it went down right here. It didn't go to 30. So, are we looking to buy?
Repeat.
It did not go to 30 this time. Like it didn't go to this box.
Okay.
So, do we look to buy here?
No, you keep it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Like we don't open a trade, right?
Yeah, because it's not all the way down to where you think it's gonna do.
Correct. That's good. I'm loving it. You're learning. All right. So it tries to go back up here. All right. It does so. Then it tries to go back down. Does it go to 30 this time?
No, so you still keep it.
Right. So no, we're not opening no trades because there's no need to. So it tries to go back up. And then boom, it takes off and it goes all the way up here. What do I do? I don't know what to do. You gotta teach me. What do I do?
You stop it right there. Wait, I mean, you can still keep it because it still didn't go down to 30, right?
Is it gonna go down to 30 or is it gonna go down to another number?
To another number, but it's not 30. It's not below
What's the
30.
other number that is gonna go to?
That is a go to?
it will go to. So there's only three
50.
numbers that are there we go. There's only three important numbers, three main important numbers. There's 30, the 30 range, there's the 70 range, and there's a 50 range. And remember, it's always going to try and go back to 50. And so that's exactly what it does. So I would open up a sell trade. Now I'm not looking to buy, I'm looking to sell because I'm at 70 and looking to go to 50. If I'm 30 trying to go to 50, I'm buying. If I'm at 70 trying to go to 50, I'm selling. Does that make sense?
Wait, repeat.
All right. If I am at 30 or below and I'm
Goodbye.
trying to go to 50, I'm buying.
Okay.
If I am at 70 and looking to go to 50, I am selling. Okay, so it's kind of like I'm adding or I'm subtracting. So in order for me to get from 70 to 50, I have to subtract, right?
Yeah.
So I got to sell. In order for me to go from 30 to 50, I have to add, right?
You gotta go.
So I got to buy. We on the same page?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So we know that is going to try and go where when it's up here?
70.
It's at 70. It's at
Mhm.
70. This is 70.
Trying to go to 50.
It's gonna try and go to 50. All right. So let's see if it goes to 50. And oh wow, it went all the way past 50. That's good. All right. So we know that we're right here. Where are we going? What are we doing? We're right there. What do you think is gonna go next? Do
Gonna
you
go
know?
up again?
Could it? What? All
Oh,
right.
it
So
could go up, but it could go all the way back, like down to 30.
right. So guess what? We don't have to place a trade right now. Want to know why? Because we don't know. It's at 50. And we only open trades at 70 and 30. That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do we open a trade right here?
Yes.
No, we don't. Want to know why we don't open a trade right here?
Go ahead.
Because it's not at 70 or 30.
Okay.
Only 70 and the 30, I mean, only in the 30 area, we open a trade to go up. And only in the 70 area, we open a trade to go down.
So you never open in the 50s?
No. Remember when I said rules? Got to follow rules? This
Mm-hmm.
is like being at school and they tell you walk on the right side when you're going this way, walk on the left side when you're going this way. Follow the rules. And if you don't follow the rules, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to go to the principal's office, whatever it may be. When you don't follow the rules in the Forex market, you're going to lose a lot of money. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So right now, we are at this point right here. We don't know where the market is going to go. So we need to either wait for it to go to 70 or we need to wait for it to go to 30. And wherever it goes, that will tell us what to do next. So what we're going to do is allow it to play out. Is that cool with you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So is it at either one now yet?
Nope.
All right. You tell me when to stop and you say, hey, I want to open up a trade, okay?
Okay.
Say, Will, I want to open up a trade. Stop. Say, stop. And then like, you tell me what you want to do. You can tell me, I want to open up a sell trade or I want to open up a buy trade. Okay? Let's play this game. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Stop. Wait.
It went too fast. I understand. I'm gonna slow it down. So we'll skip that for right now.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to press play. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit more because now it's going super slow.
Stop.
All right. So what are we doing?
You gotta buy
Okay.
at
So
30 down there.
all right. So you want me to buy, and where am I going?
Trying to get back to 50.
Okay. So all right, and I have that in mind, right? So let's see if we are gonna be successful. Uh, Well, let me do it down here. But I know that you said you want to buy and go this way. So let's just see if you're right. Let's change that to green. If you're wrong, I'm changing that box to red. All right. So we're gonna test it out, test the theory out. She says that it's going to go back to
Well,
50.
trying to go back.
It's gonna try to go to back to 50. All right. So you purchased, I'll allow it to say you purchased down here. All right. So we are going to see what happens. So it did try to go back to 50. You would have made money on that trade, right? You would have purchased right here. It went up, just like you said. Then it brought you back to about the same price you purchased into. And if you held it, it went all the way up here. You would have made money on that trade. And then guess what? Once the market gives you money, it knows that it gives you money. So it tries to take it away for people who hold too long. And guess what? It came all the way back to where you started. So what are you doing? Do you ever close out a trade or you just gonna let it go?
When it reached below where I got it from,
If it reaches below wherever you go, you're gonna close out the trade then?
yes.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. That means you didn't lose any money because you only are allowing it to go back to where you started the trade at, which is cool. You're not gonna lose any money on that. My thing is, when would you say close a trade? I want to take what I gained.
When it's going like below that what you paid for. So if I got it at like 22 and it goes like 14, just have it before it gets to that.
Okay, cool. So right now we see it's in that 30 range, right?
Yes.
So what do I do here?
Goodbye.
You want to buy. All right, cool. Now we're gonna test it out again. So you tell me if you ever want to get out of this trade, right? You say stop, and
I
I
want to
will.
get out.
Yeah, you say, hey, I'm in the trade, and I want to get out the trade. I want to
Okay.
secure the money I made.
Okay.
Okay, so let's look at it. Let's play it out, and let's see what happens. Uh, it can go down here. Now remember, you're looking to go up. So if it ever goes down here, you're losing money. Make
Mhm.
sense?
Mhm.
And I would say if it gets to this black line, we're going to close the trade out altogether and we're going to reevaluate whether we want to buy or we want to wait. Okay? All right. So let's play it out. Okay. And it got down to right there. It got down to this area. You said it was going to go up from there. It didn't go up. It actually still went down a little bit. And now we're down here. We lost. We lost our first trade. So we got to figure out, do we buy from here or do we look to sell from here? Or do we wait?
Wait.
Okay, you tell me when you want to open up a trade again, okay?
I am getting very nervous.
Ah, that's good. Because guess what? And when you are trading in the real market with real money, your nerves will kick in just like this. They will kick in, and you got to make a decision. But remember, the market can only do two things. It can either go up or it can even go down. That's fair, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to look at it. Let's play. Oh, you waited. It's all the way down here. That's kind of extreme right there.
Hey, I said I waited to.
Yeah, yeah, you didn't open up a trade. You didn't open up a
Oh,
trade.
oh,
You didn't open up a trade. But right now, the market is all the way down here. Wow. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm opening the trade. Why?
yeah,
Because
because
it's
go back
way
up.
beyond 30.
It's definitely gonna go back up.
He said it's gonna go back up, right?
Yeah.
It's like we turned the car and we went way past we went way past the center. Like we doubled over the center. It's
Yeah.
way past it. All right, we about to crash. We got to get back to this area. So let's see if we're gonna get back to this area or are we going to actually go beyond it. So do you want me to open up a trade now or no? Or just wait?
Open up the trade.
Open up a trade. All right, I'm with you. Because guess what? I would have did. I would have opened up a trade too. And I'm saying we're going up. And I'm gonna say we at least go into this area and we possibly gonna go to right here. All right, so that's my prediction. Where do you want me to predict that we're gonna go?
At least in the 30s, because it's really low.
Okay, cool. So I will mark a line in the 30s.
But it can go deeper than that, right? It can go more
Oh, it
further
could definitely
down.
go deeper. So how the market works is that it can do whatever it wants to do. But based off of history, I can see that whenever it gets down to this area, it likes to go
Okay.
up.
Okay. So if like there's like another currency pair that goes way deeper down, you could make a trade there because that's the point where it's gonna go back up.
Correct.
Okay.
It's where it should go back up. It's very likely to go back up.
That's true.
All right, so we play it. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, the 30 mark.
It went back to your 30 mark, and it went there very fast. Look at that. You would have made money. So whatever you would have lost right there when you open that trade up, you would have made back. What do you want me to do? Trade's over. It made it back to your 30 mark. Do I open up another trade? But
Well, you keep it.
I'll keep that trade. Well, I can't keep it. It closed out because it
Yeah.
hit where you said it
Oh,
was
you
gonna
need
hit.
to open up another one because it's in the 30
Okay.
mark.
So you want me to open up another one? All right, I got you. And where do you want me to go to? Gotta let me know where to go to.
I mean, like between the 30s and the 50s.
Between the 30 and the 50?
Yeah,
Like all the way up here, or is just somewhere like
like on the 50 line.
on the 50 line?
Yes.
All right, so now we're saying that it could either go here, right? If it goes back to this black line right here, this bottom black line, I'm gonna remove this one. If it goes back to this bottom black line, we're gonna close the trade out.
Yep.
But if it goes up from here to the 50, we're gonna see which direction it goes further into. All right, so let's test it out. If it goes, I want to draw a little line just to make sure. I'm gonna give it a little wiggle room, and I'm gonna say right there. It should not go past right there. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna change that to red. If it goes past that red line, we lost.
Close it.
All right, cool. Let's go. Let's see if it goes up. Go up.
No. Yeah,
Oh no.
it's about.
We lost. We lost.
So like the predictions, like we thought it was gonna go up like somewhere, but it went deeper down. So what if like your prediction is wrong? You just have to go with it?
You lost the trade. And you don't risk all your money on one trade. So remember those people who try to buy a Lamborghini off of one trade? They're like, oh man, I want to make 500,000.
Mm-hmm.
And so they risk that whole entire account. Yeah, that's why they lose because they made a prediction. It was wrong, completely wrong. And from that, they lose their money. That's why you only risk a certain whenever you open a trade, you should only risk 2.5% of your account. So let's say you had what you said you was trading with a $10,000 account.
Yeah.
All right. So if you can you see my calculator or no?
No, it's not.
All right, it's cool. All right. So if you have a $10,000 account and then you multiply that by 2.5%, so that's 0.025, you should only risk $250 to make a profit.
Trade, like per currency trade.
Yeah, per trade that you open,
Mm-hmm.
you should only risk a total of $250.
Okay.
Okay? If you have a $10,000 account. If you have a $5,000 account,
What
it,
about less than that? Like, what about like $100?
okay, cool. Let's do it with $100. So if you have $100 and then you can only risk 2.5%. So $100 times 0.025. You can only risk $2.50. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's put it on the line. Would you like to open up another trade? You let me know.
Yes.
You don't sound confident. What makes you say I want to open up another trade? Tell me.
Because it has to go back up. But the thing is, wait, no. All right. Yes. Open it.
Oh, open and trade. Okay. Why do you say open and trade?
Because I was worrying if he was like gonna go more deeper down, but then I remember at that point it's gonna go up because of the other peaks at the bottom.
Okay, cool. I like the reasoning. And so what I will do is I'll say if it goes down here, we're closing out the trade. We lost. Lost
Okay.
again. That's fair?
Yeah.
All right, so as of right now, we open the trade right here. Let's play the game. Are you nervous?
Yeah.
That's good. Because whenever you're nervous is because you're not confident. And whenever you're not confident, what you don't want to do is risk it all. So remember when I told you only 2.5% or $2.50? That's all
Yeah.
you risking? You can lose $2.50, $2.50, $2.50, $2.50 a lot of times before you lose all your $100. But using this method that I'm teaching you, you will actually win more than you lose. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's play the game. Was getting close.
Oh.
It's oh,
But it touched the line.
it touched it. It didn't go past it. So I'm letting you win off that.
Oh. Okay.
I'm letting you in on that. It touched it. It did not go past it. But isn't that crazy
Yeah.
that I just drew a random point?
Imagine if you drew it closer.
I drew a random point. I didn't know where it was going to go. And what happened?
Why not way closer to 50?
It went all the way to that point and then turned around. Do you think that I knew to draw the line there for a reason?
I mean, yeah, because you're the one teaching me.
The reason why I knew to draw the line there for a reason is because of this.
Because of that point. That's what I
Yep,
was talking about before.
yep. Boom, boom. And then if I go back even further, I'm sure there's a point where it goes even
Yeah.
again. If I go back even further, I'm sure there's another point somewhere. Oh, it actually stayed pretty much on the upside. Wow. But you see that though, right? Isn't that crazy? So it's following that pattern. And it went all the way back up here. That's good. That's good money. You would have kept going. You would have made some money. Let's see what happens. Your trade closed out, by the way. So we can get rid of this green box. You won that. Now where are we?
In the 30s.
We're in the 30s. What do we do? Go
Open.
up or down?
We open a trade.
You open the trade, where are you going? Up or down?
Up.
Up. Okay. Let's do it. Open the trade, going up. What makes you confident about it?
Because it's going down. So it definitely has to go down.
All right. And we will draw a actual trend. Stop loss. So if it comes back down, I will say here, and I'm picking this point because of this right there, like this area. I'm gonna actually say I'm gonna move it up a little bit. All right, so if it get because of 1, 2, 3, 4, like it looks like a balloon, like it's like a sharp knife poking.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it won't go past this line, but it might dance on this line and go back up. All right. So we're gonna see if it goes to on this line and go back up or just go up. We hope it just goes up. We open up a trade. Ready and go. Look at that. You won again. I went up right there. Let me extend it this way so you can see. You won again. Congratulations. So you see it is working, right?
Yeah.
It lost a couple times, but you made some money, and that's good to go. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Really good information. I'm glad you learned that. So what we can do now, we're gonna make it a little bit more advanced, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
now, what these red lines, they're called support and resistance. So if you notice, right, like you ever danced before?
Yeah.
All right. One of my mentor, he taught me stuff. He's like, okay, like there's a song like you can bring it down low. How low can you go? Can you go to the flow? like that, he's like that, dance with it. So the line is dancing, and it's wondering how low can you go? Can you bring it to the flow? This is the floor. This is the floor. This line right here, this red line.
Mhm.
And my ceiling is the 70. No, actually, I won't even say my ceiling is a 70. My ceiling is a 50. Okay.
Yeah.
And then once it breaks past the 50 becomes my floor, and then 70 becomes my new ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're always looking to dance either to the floor or to the ceiling. Like Yin Yang Twins, they came out with a song called "To the Window, to the Wall." Well, we're looking to go to the ceiling or to the floor. This is we making a decision, right? I got to make it fun. So we try to bring it down low to the flow. We had to get back up. My knees didn't work that well. Try to do it again, and my knees and my back started hurting. All right. Try to bring it down to the floor again. Mm, 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 mm. I need somebody to help me up. Let me try and do it again, like as if it was a limbo. And I need to get under the list. I mean, under the stick. Boom! I made it through the floor. Well, guess what? When I made it through the floor, I created a new floor. And I'm going to go back up. And let's see if I can break it up. Where did I go back to? The same exact floor that was causing me a problem all those other times. It's like a rubber band. I'm trying to break through, and every time I break through, it keeps bouncing me back, bouncing me back. I try to go down, bounce back. Try to go down here, what bounce back. You see it?
Yeah.
I try to go to that same exact floor, bounce back. it just keeps bouncing me back. And then guess what? Over here, I made it past the floor, and it bounced me back to the same floor that was getting me stuck all the other times. And then I made it back to the floor that I was dancing on that couple times, but it bounced me back to above the floor that I was getting stuck at all those times. Isn't that crazy? You think you figured out something here?
A
Yes.
pattern, maybe?
A pattern. That's good. That's good. I would agree. So we got two floors. This one and this one. I would say that's a good pattern.
So, like, you could create the floors with the peaks at the bottom, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Could create a floor. And then, can we create a ceiling? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I'm gonna say the ceiling is let's do like a blue to represent the sky. Okay. So I know that one ceiling is gonna be up here because of this. How can you touch the sky? Yes, I can, but then I'm gonna bounce back. I'm gonna try and go to the sky again. I'm gonna bounce back. All right, so now I'm gonna create a little sky in between that. And so my little sky will go right here. Whoopsies, I don't want to use that. My little sky is right here. So remember we had two floors, now we got two ceilings, okay? You cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, so whenever the ceiling action happens, I keep getting pushed back to, remember I told you the 50 mark becomes a floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can keep getting pushed back to the floor. Oh my God, I'm trying to get up there. I can't jump that high, and it keeps bringing me down. Gravity keeps pulling me down. I'm jump, pull me down. Jumping towards it, pull me down. I'm exhausted now. I need to take a break. Let me go try to work out the floor. Let me get back up. And I'll keep falling back down. And I'll try and get back up. And keep falling back down. Let me go test out the floor. And I do test the floor. And I made it to the floor. Can I bring it past the floor? Nope. Bring it back up. Let me try and go back to the floor again. And I made it past the floor. Bring it back up. Rubber band. Rubber band me back to 50. All right. So we learned a good amount of things so far. We learned about floors. We learned about ceilings. We learned about 30, 50, and 70. Good information or no?
Yes.
All right. Cool. It is actually 7:15. So guess what I'm going to do? The market should be open right now. And now I'm going to join in with my phone and share the screen with you. Okay. Give me 1 second. So I gotta stop sharing.
Recording in progress.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And I hope it's not echoing. It sounds like this. Yeah, it is echoing. I'm going to.
You probably have to turn one down or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and leave one of my people's. So I am the host on this one. This person. Hold on 1 second. All right. Am I still echoing?
No.
All right, cool. Let me share my screen now. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So market is open. And right now I am on a 15-minute chart. I'm actually I'll stay on a 15. Maybe I'll go to 5. I think I need to turn on accessibility so you can see where I'm pointing at. All right, so remember that activity we were doing where we were going to be doing this on this chart right here, okay? Down here at the bottom. And so you see it looks white on your screen, I guess, but it's that line that we were. All right, so I am below the 50 right now. Right, I'm below 50.
Yeah.
Well, for me, if I was to open a trade right now, where would I say it would go? Up or down?
Down.
All right, that's cool. Now let's do it. Let's open a trade and say it's gonna go down. And I opened the trade and said it was gonna go down. Now let's see what happens. Right now I'm losing money. Oh my God. You got me losing $13 just from opening the trade. What's going on?
But was that wrong?
I don't know.
Wait, go back. Let me see.
How much? All right, so I got a 20.
I mean, you could have kept it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I got a $25,000 account, right? So with the $25,000 account, how much can I risk? Well, we're going to pull up the calculator. 25,000 times 0.025. I can risk $625. So let's see if we ever go positive on our trade. Do we go positive? We just did a little bit.
$6.
And it's, you see how fast the market moves? This is way faster than the stock market. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the stock market can only be traded Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. But this market, the Forex market, can actually be traded Sunday at 7 p.m. all the way until Friday at 4 p.m. So you get extra time. And by the way, it only closes from 5 to 7. Every day it closes from 5 to 7. So you get a lot more time. Like it, I'm a night owl. So I be up at night and then I look at the market and I trade. So this account started with $25,000 in it. And these are my trades. Made some money, lost big, right? Because it did something different. Made some money, lost big again, did something different, made a good amount of money. Lost.
More than gain.
You said what?
You lost a lot more than gaining.
You think so?
I mean, I'm just looking at the red. I'm not looking at like the numbers.
So, all right, blues mean I won, reds mean I lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, blues are winning. Then you see the negative for the red?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually placed 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29 trades. In 29 trades, I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I lost 6 trades.
Oh.
So you think my strategy works?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So right now, am I anywhere close to that $625 of losing $625? No, right? So I'm gonna let it ride until it goes blue.
So do you put a stop loss on it also?
Yep, you're right. Good job. So I will put a stop loss on it, and I will look at my charts, and I will put a stop loss. I'm gonna put a stop loss somewhere. We're right here right now. So remember, I'm looking to sell the market. So I want it to go down. So I'm going to put a stop loss right here. So 36288. So
Don't understand this graph.
yeah, we didn't really talk about the top one yet.
Because the candles are confusing.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about the top one just yet. But on the aspect of this top one is candlesticks, and I could switch it to a line view. So let me do that.
Oh, it's a choice. You could change it up how you want to see it.
Right. So right now, okay, so all I did was I went from the trade tab to the settings tab, and I click settings, and then I go to charts, and I can go to line chart. And then it shows a line.
The line is better for me.
That's cool. And so the green, this bright green line is the market, current market. So let's see, I'm losing $52. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's moving really fast now. What is going on? We got to make a decision. Are you okay with losing $72?
No.
No, you're not. So when do you want to say close the trade, Will?
60.
At how much?
I don't know. I don't understand this. I'm very nervous. Hold on. So closing the trade?
Yeah, closing the trade is saying I will cut my losses. I'm done. I'm out. The trade, let's stop. I don't want to risk all my money. Let's leave. It's like going to the casino and you put money into the machine and you're saying, let's take a chance. Okay. I predict that's going to go down. It's not going down, or it's, money didn't come out the machine. Do you want to put more money in the machine and risk it? Or do you say, I'm stopping, I'm walking out the casino?
Okay, so 60.
So when it gets to losing $60, you want to close the trade.
Because it doesn't.
It's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good, that if it gets to $60, you can close the trade. There's nothing wrong with that. So right now your balance is 25,188. And if you close the trade at 60, which it just hit, you would go down to 25,130.
Not bad.
That's not bad. You still have more money to utilize to open up more trades. So you could get back in the game. Just because you lose one trade doesn't mean that it's all bad. You can get back in the game. Okay?
Okay.
So we're looking. I'm just clicking right here in this area. And we're just going to wait. Every time it goes to that 60, so I'm going to tell you, I held down on my screen. And once I held down on my screen in this area right here, it actually popped up with menus. And I could close, modify, trade, or look at my chart. So you said if it gets to 60, you want to close it. So I could close the trade. And I can watch. Now I remember that actual, remember it was like, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down?
Mm-hmm.
Right? This chart right here is like on the close page. And honestly, I think it will go down because it's up here and there's all this space down here. This is kind of like where it would go even. The chart likes to go even. So if it's too much up here, it's going to come down here to balance it out. And if it's too much down here, you're going to see squiggly lines down here. It's going to try and come up here to balance it out.
Okay.
So I'm just going to wait. Look, I said that at 288 is going to close out on its own. 36,288. So I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to let it close out on its own. We'll see what happens. I love your idea of 60, right? That is nothing wrong with that. But for me, and for example's sake, I'm just going to let it ride, and I'm going to let it close itself out. And you will see the trade will close itself out. I have it set that if it gets to this area right here, 36,285, it will close itself out. But remember what I told you. If it gets too much up here, what will it do? Go down. And what is it doing? Mm-hmm. Because it likes to fill in areas so that it's balanced out. So we just wait. This is like you ever seen the earthquakes of the Richter scale?
Yeah.
Doesn't it kind of look the same way? It's drawn on the paperwork. Uh-oh, we're getting close. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the other screen so you can see it close out if it does it. It's going to close out on its own because I hit a stop loss. Remember that red line that I had it following behind?
How do you set it on this though?
So all I'm doing to set that, let me change it real quick so it doesn't close that trade out. All right, so all I'm doing for that red line to follow behind is I hit modify, and then it's saying, hey, enter in your stop loss value. And then I entered it in. So these right here, oops, sorry. I did not mean to do that. Hold on. I'm going to hit modify again. These values right here are what I'm going to enter in to say close out the, put my stop loss. So remember, I said I had a stop loss of 32.85. I can put, 36285. I could put 36287. And you see I typed it in up here on the stop loss. And as long as the graph is below that, then great. I can close it out. I can process this. But it went above that. So with it going above that, it won't let me change it to that stop loss. I got to go higher. So I could do 95. Wow. It won't let me do 95. It's going to make me do 36,300. It needs it to be higher. All right, so I got it set at 36,300. And now we just watch the graph. But I honestly think it's going to come back down here. The market just is not moving as fast right now. It's still moving fast, but it's not moving as fast. I'm losing $92, right? I'm losing. That doesn't mean I lost $92. It means I'm risking $92. I only becomes I lost $92 when I close it.
Okay.
All right. So the reason why I'm allowing it to run to 36,300 on these values 36, 300 is because earlier today when I was trading, I made profits and I made $188. So I'm willing to risk $188 because guess what? It's just going to take me to my original balance that I started with, which was 25,000. So I'm walking in with the same amount and I'm okay. I can let it ride. Let's look at the chart to see what it's doing. Okay, it's above the 50 line. So it's going up. I pinched to zoom out pinched to zoom out. And yeah, we should have bought because it's going up. It's trying to go to that 70. It's trying to go up that way. You see it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's trying to go up. But it's okay. We still didn't get the trade closed out just yet. It's heading there though. So what I can do now, right? Now that we see that it was going up, we verified it. It looks like it's going to go to the 70 route. Of course, under normal circumstances, let me go to the chart. Move out the way. Would we be doing anything in this area?
No.
No, because it's not 70 or 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we would have to just wait our turn. We need it to be like this or like this because those are at the 30s, and we know that if we would have bought at that time, we would have made money, and we'd have made a lot of it. Bought
So
at
is
that
it
time.
easier? My bad.
Go ahead. Ask
Is
the
it
question.
easier to like buy more instead of selling? Because selling looks really complicated for me.
Why does selling look complicated?
Because selling starts when you're at like 70 going down because you're trying to get to 50, right?
Right.
So
So look, if I would have got like we're in this area right here,
mm-hmm.
and I sold from here, I would have made money that whole entire time because it went all the way down to here.
Okay, so when it's at 70, we know it's gonna go down at least back to 50. So when it goes all the way to 30, from 70 to 30, we earn. So would we close out there or keep it?
Correct. You can close out whenever you go into profit. You can close out.
Okay.
Whenever you go into profit, you can close out. So if you look, remember we was gonna possibly buy because we thought it was going to 50, and going to 70.
Yeah.
It had turned around a little bit. We was losing like $122 or $130. Then it went back down to like 107. It turned around a little bit. But overall, this trend is going down. This is a downtrend. So what I would do is I would open up another trade. Personally, if I wanted to make up what I just lost, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open up another trade and sell the market to go down. I think it's going to go down. And I'll show you, this is a trade that I just opened up. Should it go down at all, I'm going to make money and I can close out and secure that money. And it will add to this balance up here. If it goes down, I'm going to make some money. You want to make some money?
Definitely.
All right. Well, let's make some money then. This is the Forex market, and I'm doing this from my phone. That's all I'm doing. Just I'm
numbers at the top, the 50, 50, and the...
Okay, so these are lot sizes. These are is how much of your account you want to risk. So right now I'm risking 50 cents per every little movement of this.
50 cents out of quick.
50 cents per movement. So you see where it's going 36292.70. If it was to drop 36290, it's like it's multiplying like 50 cents per movement. Like, and then you'll see if I change that to like 5 cents, like 0.05 or 0.02, you'll see it's a lot different. You see, I'm gonna make a lot less money or whatever. So actually, I'm gonna open up another trade and do that, okay? So 0.02, and I can sell the market just like I was doing for the other ones. And when I sold the market, you see, on this one is $7. On this one is only 8 cents. So that's just called a lot size. And your lot size, if you have like if you were to trade $100 of your money, you would want to use a lot size of 0.2 or below. Want to know why? Because remember, you only can risk how much with $100 account?
0.25.
0.25 times 100, which is $2.50. So with this right here, if this ever got to $2.50, this one right here, you would have lost, 2.5% of your account. But we are hoping for it to go to a gain. So there was times where these turned blue and you would have made money. To open this trade, to place my bet, I spent $1.81 to place my bet. And for this little one right here, I spent 7 cents to open up and place my bet. So I'm going to wait till I at least make $2 on this one and 10 cents on this one or more. 10 cents or more on this one, $2 or more on this one. And then I'll close them out. And that's extra money in my bank. How hard is this, like, in a sense of what you're looking at?
I wouldn't say hard, but just more of complex.
Yeah, it's a little complex. I will definitely agree with you there. So I could have closed it when it hit $3, but if I take my time and I'm slow to it, then guess what? I miss my opportunity, and then it jumps back up to losing $12 or losing whatever. But if I'm good at catching it and pressing the button, I would have made like $1.20. And I don't know about you, but to me, making $1.20 from explaining something to somebody, I do that. Just waiting right now for it to do something. Because remember, it still didn't hit that 36,300. It's just been floating in this area from here to here. It's like it's trapped. From here to here. Remember, floor, this is the ceiling. This is the floor. We're going to see which one it breaks first, the ceiling or the floor. Which one you think is going to break first?
The floor.
You think it's going to go down first instead of breaking the ceiling first?
Yeah, when I looked at the graph, it's like it's almost trying to go to 70, but never makes it. Just more like to go down a lot more.
Yep. It keeps trying. It's confused on what it wants to do. It's trying. It's like, man, I really could go to 300, but I'm not sure if I want to. I think I want to go down here and fill in all this area. And see, look at that, $13. And then this one made profit too. 92 cents. So look at that.
200.
Look at that. You made $12 on this one, or $11.20 on this one, on this trade. And on this trade, we made about 85 cents. And we're at $200.95. I like it. And this one is starting to come down. Like I said, remember, I was like, it's too far up and it's going to look to want to come down here to fill in this area.
Mm-hmm.
You remember you said, oh, it's going to break the floor first? The floor was this area. The ceiling was this area, and it broke the floor. And now it's looking to come back into this area to make a decision if it's going to take a run at the ceiling again or break down and go all the way down here. How, like, I see you doing a good job. I want to commend you because you are following along very well. You are following along very well, and I definitely appreciate that in your efforts. So we're going to go for about 5 to 10 more minutes. Mm-hmm. All right. And we're going to see if it comes all the way down here or just stays in this range. What are you thinking?
Well, at some point, it really has to go all the way down to the bottom, but it's just a matter of when.
It's a matter of when. And so you remember, I have a stop loss set up here for 36,300. And so I don't ever have to worry about closing out this trade. Want to know why? Because I already know how much money I'm risking. Okay. So I just let it run. And what I will do is I could set. Now I opened this trade at 36,270. That's where I opened the trade at. And so I want to look to make money on this trade or break even. So I'm going to set it at 32. Remember, because I'm selling, I want to set it at 36 to like 65. Because remember, I want to make some money on this trade. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And I'm going down. Now, if I had opened this trade and I was going up and I opened at 36,270, I would close it at 36,275. That's where I would set. It's called a take profit. So you can set a stop loss and you can set a take profit. And then if you know how much money you're risking, you can set those both and just go to sleep. Focus on something else. Because it's going to hit one of them. You just got to see, later on, like an hour or two later, which one it hit. And maybe it didn't hit either one of them. Maybe it's still open and trying to figure out where it wants to go. And it just keeps staying in this range for a whole time. And it keeps just moving up and down between the ceiling and the floor. So that's I don't want to make it too complicated because it's not. It's really not that complicated. I looked at this to determine where I am. Remember, if I'm down here in the 30 or below, I'm looking to buy back to the 50. If I'm at the 70, I'm sell, right? And when you ask me, how do I sell? How do I buy? I'm just going to click the trade button. I click it. And then I hit this plus button up here, plus, and then I enter in if I want to sell the market, and the market is telling me at 362.90, I'm looking to go down, so I can choose a lesser number. I'm going to choose 36.275, sell market. I sold the market. And if it's going down, I would make money. If it's going up, I'd be losing money. Okay, but if I remember, open up a trade, click this button up here. I think it's gonna go down. I just like opening the sales just because I can see the market is trying to head down. It's trying its best to head down. So these are called exponential moving averages. You see the teal line, orange line, and the red line. Well, they all came to a point where they can't tell what they want to do. But when this blue line is going to stay closest to where the market actually is, and the green line is where the market actually is, okay? The green line is our actual current price. So the blue line is going to follow it the closest. The orange line is going to follow it the second closest. The red line, the third closest, and the blue line, the fourth. This teal line, the fourth. So as of right now, they're all bunched together. Can't tell what's going to go on in the market. So what's happening right here is people are buying, they're placing orders. A lot of people are placing orders. And then in a little bit, you will see some type of explosion, either up or down, because a lot of people are doing stuff right here. They're like, come on, market, move, move, move. So they keep putting more money and more trades. They're opening more trades right here. And then you'll see a blast off either in this direction or this one. But I personally think it's going to be this way. I just feel it's going to go this way because this entire time, if I look, the blue line has been going down. It stalled out a little bit. And it started going back up. So it's been going down. Stalled out a little bit. The green line has been going down. It started moving up a little bit. The orange line, it was going up, and then it came around and started going down a little bit. This teal line was going up and started going down. So I got all these indicators of it was going down, right? So let's check. Oh, look at that. I could have made about $14 in that time frame.
You make this very easy.
Do you think it's hard? I mean, you know, you're gonna practice, but
I don't think it's hard.
You said it is hard?
No, it's not. But I just have a thing with numbers.
You see, I'm not really paying attention to the numbers. Like I'm just looking at the design of what. So I'm just literally looking at these lines. That's all I'm really doing. And these lines, the numbers right here, I only need to pay attention to them to tell if the market if these lines are going to go up or go down. So if this market goes down here, right, I look right and I see that the number is 36271. Okay, cool. I'm going to program that in. 36271. I'm saying the market is going to go to 36271. And I sold it. But if I think it's going to go up here, I'm looking and it's going to be 363.90. 307. And so I would program that and say 36307, and I would buy. Make sense?
Yeah.
And you see, I can make money or lose money. But I did make money right here though. So look at that. So in that little bit of time, remember I was at 181 when we first started. Remember that?
Yeah.
And look how many times I done won. Let's do the calculation. We've been on, we started looking at my phone probably about 20 minutes ago. It was like 7:30. So what was that? 220 now? Yeah, 223. 223 minus 181. We made $42. We made $42 in that little bit of time. That's good. That's really good. Most people make like $100 in a day, and they work like the whole entire day. So do you see how this is a skill that you want to learn? Like there's more to show you, but I don't want to overwhelm you. I want to keep it simple because if you break,
Can I
go ahead.
use the one at the graph at the bottom more than the one at the top?
Yep. So that's cool. The one at the bottom, remember, the only reason why I'm not using this one right now is because it's not at 30 and it's not at 70. And I needed to show you some actual live trades. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's not at 70, it's not at 30. I can switch right now. I am trading the top 30 stocks in the United States against the US dollar. So I'm looking at the top 30 stocks in the United States. But if I wanted to pick something that is different, like I could pick the euro against the US dollar. So I went to quotes, clicked on that. I clicked on euro against the US dollar. I held down my screen, and then it says chart. I want to click on chart. And then it pulls up this chart. And so do you see that it kind of does more often of the 30 and the 70s, right? It does more action than the US 30 does. So guess what? I can look at this and I would say it's really hard to tell what's going on, but I could say I think it's going to go down. So I can open up a trade and say 390 sell by market. And it opened, I'm on a completely different chart, and I said it was going to go down. And this is that chart. So overall, going back to this chart, it is going down, right? It stalled out for a little bit. And now it's trying to decide what it's going to do. So that's the euro against the US dollar. I could pick any one of these, and there's plenty more. There's a whole bunch. I could pick this one. I could pick that one. I could pick. I could look at all these charts just to see if I can see anything that will be doing something. So I see this Australian dollar against the US dollar. I'm going to click on that chart. Okay. we're at the almost at the 50, but we were at the 30, and it looks like we're heading back down to the 30. So I can open up a trade. I change my value, right, to 0.05. What's lower than 0.72803? 0.7270. And I hit sell.
So how do you know when to change the
value I'm opening for the trade?
The 0.5? How do you know which one to choose? Because sometimes they pick it for you.
Yeah, they just it's just a placeholder.
Oh.
You get to change that at any given time you want.
So how do I know when to change it?
My suggestion, you would look at your account balance. So if you have an account balance that's like $100, you would trade this and no higher.
Okay.
The only time you would go higher than this is if you were to make that $100 grow all the way to $200. And then you would change it to either 0.03 or 0.04. Okay. And then if you were to make that $200 account go to 500, you would change it to a 0.07. Because remember, you're trying to not risk a whole bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
You want to minimize how much you're risking. And so I pull up my calculator again. If I got a $500 account, and I multiply by 0.025, I can only risk $12 of that. So I want to open up a trade that's not going to have me risking $12 of that. Make sense?
Yeah.
So a 0.07 will definitely do the trick. And I can say, I will sell this market. And you'll see, I just opened up that 0.07. It has to move a good amount before it's actually going to cause me to lose a lot of money. See?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like 42 cents. I'm way off from $12. That's not bad. I like it. Oh, I'm making a profit. How much is it charging me for this trade that I opened up? It's only charging me 25 cents. I like it. So even if I close this out right now with 42 cents, I made profit because 42 cents is more than 25. So I'm actually gonna close that trade out, and I made $1.12. Look at that. I'm making money. And you was talking all that trash. Oh, I see it. I see the red. This on this side is how much money you've made.
I was looking on the wrong side. Got you.
These are to show you can make money in either direction. This is the Forex market. You can make money in either direction when you're trading the Forex market. In the stock market, remember, you can only make money going up. But on this side is how much money I have made. And the reds are when I lost. On this side, the reds on this side are when I lost. Okay?
Yeah.
So far, I've won in a row since we've been on the phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've won 12 trades since we've been on the phone. And I still have not lost this one right here. That one that I said was 36,300, still haven't lost that one.
It'll take a while for it to get to 625.
Yeah.
Because that's the value.
But
So
if I
you change you already have.
Go ahead, ask your question.
I was gonna ask, since it's gonna take a while for it to get to 625, could you put a profit on it, but you already have it there?
Yeah, I can actually change this, and that's what I'm gonna do. Instead of 6,250, I'm gonna change it to 6,260.
How do you
Because
know when to change it?
I just want to change it because
Oh.
it's taking a long time to even make it back to where I opened the trade at. So I'm like, it's gonna take a while to get from 30. It's gonna take a while to get to 36,260 unless something happens in a market that causes it to jump really far. And if this was during the day, like when everybody's up, like people are like going to bed now and stuff like that. But if this was during the day when everybody's up, oh, it will move super, super fast. Like every second, you would see those numbers changing, like very fast. So as of right now, I'm looking good. I'm $130 up, worst case scenario, or I say I'm up still above what I started the account with. I got money to risk. We're good. So even if it goes to 36,300, where my stop loss is, I'm not tripping because I'm still in the positive. I took a chance when opening a trade, and what I can do is I can open up another trade. And I opened up another trade, and I am saying, hey, it's going to go in that direction that I've been calling it to go this whole entire time. And you see, it broke out. Remember, we was trying to figure out which way it was going to go? That ceiling, it broke past the ceiling. This was the ceiling before. It broke past. Now it's back up here. And remember, go ahead.
What you bought it for, right? So 26293. You would take the profit that's more than that, not less, right?
Well, for me, because I sold it, you see, sell, I'm looking for it to go down.
Okay, so you would choose less than what you bought it for.
Right. You got it. Yep. So it's going, it's about to close out. It got really close. Let's see if it goes to 36,300. If it does, it's gonna close out my trade. It's really close. It broke. Remember, I told you I was like, oh, it's trying to go to the ceiling or to the floor. It's tapping that ceiling. It is tapping that ceiling. But it broke out and went all the way up there. This actually was like at like $40 at one point. Now I could have closed it out losing only $40 instead of $137. So it really is up to you on if you want to close out these trades losing money. Or you can set that stop loss and say, if it hits the stop loss, I already know how much I'm going to lose, but let's see if it actually is going to hit the stop loss. It might not. And as you can see, it hasn't yet. And I don't want it to. Oh, there it goes. It just closed it out. So now, did you see that it just disappeared on its own? And so I lost $152 on that trade. But I still am $83 in profit. So I could close this trade out if I want to, because I'm losing $23. But let's look at the chart and let's see what the chart is telling us. The chart, it shot up there and it shot up there. Do you think it's heading towards 70?
I don't think so. It's going up, but probably not 70.
All right, it might stop at right here where the top peak is for
Yeah,
this
that's
one.
what I was looking at.
Yup, it might stop right there and then go back down because it broke past this one, this top. So it's gonna go up a little bit more. So for me personally, I am actually going to close out of that and I'll take the $26 hit. I'll take that. But when I go to close out, I see all this space over here that is gonna look to fill. It's gonna look to come back here. So even though I could close out, you see it? I told you it's gonna look to fill in this all this area right here, and it started coming down. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And then if you see it's all of this is filled in, it's gonna start to look to go up here to fill in this area. So if it's all filled in right here with the chart and price staying in this area, it's gonna look to go up here. And if it's all up here and there's nothing down here, it's gonna look to come down here. So that's just another trick to help you. So instead of losing $26, I can close this out and lose 16 if I want to. Oh, side 23. And you see how quickly the price changed?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens during the day. Like oh, and you press the button and it will be like, it'll say 1850 1 second or negative 1850 1 second. And then it turns into negative 60 in the next second. You're like, what the heck? So yeah, this is trading. This is trading. And I'm doing this from my phone. Although I showed you on the start from my computer, honestly, I don't trade from my computer. I just trade from my phone because I'm always using my phone. All right. So I can close this out. I'll take the $16 loss. I'll close out everything, actually. Oh, that one would have been a good one to explain to you. All right, so now you see in the middle, like it's in the middle, all this area is, oops, chart, close. You see how all this stuff is filled in?
Yeah.
And right here is blank. And even up here is kind of blank. So price is gonna probably try and look to go down here to fill in this blank area. But it very well could go all the way up here or higher. And it went up a little bit. So it's just trying to decide what it wants to do. And while it's trying to decide, I told you, now it's looking to fill in this whole entire area up here. But before it does, it's gonna come back down and then head back up because it got to test that sky. It broke past the sky. And it's like, oh, it's scary up here. Let's go back down a little bit. I'm comfortable right here. In between these lines, I'm comfortable. I like it. When I get up too high, I get scared. And if I go too low, I want to go back into the area I'm comfortable in. And your job is to make money on it being uncomfortable and going back into the area it's comfortable in. That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that's all I have to teach you for tonight. We can figure out another time to talk. And then I'll teach you more.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You happy with what you learned so far?
Yeah.
All right. So what I do want to say to you is you can do there's a website. Let me see something. Did it freeze? Okay, there's a website called ftmo.com. So ftmo.com. And then you can just go into your client area, like log in for a free trial. It's gonna show your credentials. You can press this button, copy it, and then copy this password. And then on MetaTrader 4, you would go to settings and you say new account and say log into an existing account. And you click on that. And then it's going to tell you the information. So it will be like set up a demo account. So FTMO demo. And it's going to ask you for the login and the password. And you will get that after you create that free trial account. And you'll have the trial account for 14 days. You just copy this password by pressing this button and copy this login by pressing this button, and then paste that information in, and then it will take you to this page right here. And then from there, you just hit chart to see what we've been seeing. Yours is going to look a lot different from mine because of the fact that you don't have the indicators. So you got to click on the F, and I'm going to send that to you so you can see. I got the relative strength index. That's that bottom, the one that's been at the bottom, that 70 and 30. And you want to, I'm going to screenshot that, send it to you, set your style. And then also I have, I set it to a line chart. And I have a moving average. You don't really need to pay attention to, let's see which one I want you to pay attention to. You could do a moving average of this one, set the settings up like this, and then also the moving average of this. What? There are 5. And exponential. So those 3 things. This one, the 5 and the 20, and you should be good. Remember, go to settings to switch your chart to a line chart. You can use a line chart. And then you'll be able to tell which way the market's moving. So to me, it looks like the market's moving down on this chart. Right? Doesn't it look like it's moving down to you?
Yeah.
So I would do that. And as the market continuously moves down, I would make money. If it moves up, I would lose money. But it looks like it's moving down. It's moving, trying to move to that 30. And sure enough, it cost me 75 cents to open this trade. So whatever, if I'm losing 65 cents here, add another 75 cents to that because of the aspect of it cost me money to open the trade. So I know this is a lot, but I'm gonna help you. Wow, my phone is kind of freezing up because it's about to die. And on that, you will create a free account and maneuver forward. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. And, you know,
For showing me.
You said thank you for showing you?
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Something I wanted to learn for a long time.
Yeah. And so, like I said, I'll teach you more, but I want you to just practice with that for now. And then we'll add more skills later, okay?
Okay.
All right. In the meantime, in between time, you have a wonderful evening.
You too.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.